Grandest of risings, everybody. You know what it is. It is the Vet Green Show. I am live here on YouTube, as well as Facebook, as well as TikTok. Welcome, 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 everybody. I'm just going to go into a quick song so I can start sharing this live because I have to multitask while I'm up here. So, you know what I'm going to start off with this morning? I actually want to start off with Terrence Love, Everyday Valentine. Make sure you are following Terrence Love. I'm about to play that video. Everybody, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hey, TT. Hey, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Darrell. Thank you so much for joining. As you guys are all coming in, let me know where you are from 1 to 10 with your mental health. I'm coming in at a strong 9 this morning. The reason why I'm not at a 10 is because I'm multitasking right here. At the same time, I'm trying to eat breakfast. And you know, multitasking really don't work. Hey, Jonte. Hey, Sandra. Hey, everybody. Hey, Yvonne. Come on in, come on in, come on in. The song I am about to play, everybody, is Terrence Love, Everyday Valentine. Make sure you share this live.
Tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I pray for you cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. A custom-made two-piece suit, diamonds as my jewels. Chairs love fitted, all gifts for you. Cause my baby keep me living like a meal. And girl, I make you feel like you're a star for real. So I send a text message, what I wanna do. If you say yes, then girl, I'll be coming through. No, I need a love to come and swim in your loving, girl, that's for real. I think I'm going crazy. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I think for you cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can I kiss you from your head all the way to your feet, girl? Anything you want I do cause girl you look so sweet. My everyday Valentine. Tonight you're all mine. Yeah. I seen the sun, I seen the moon, I seen the stars above. Looking into your eyes, my kissing on your thigh. I love how you call my name when I reach that special spot. Oh yes, we're about to start making love over here, love over there, love in the kitchen, love in the chair. Tiger's girl is gonna be a bone. Cause once I get inside, girl, I'm gonna try. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I think for you cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can I kiss you from your head all the way down to your feet, girl? Anything you want I do cause girl you look so sweet. My everyday Valentine. Tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Talk to you. Tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I think for you cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can I kiss you from your head all the way down to your feet, girl? Anything you want I do cause girl you look so sweet. My everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah.
second best. Oh, give me all you got and give me the rest. Yes, you're talking to a real goddess. Yes, God bless. Still fresh off of Essence Fest. You're my latest and greatest. There's never, no duplicating. Oh, now waiting so patient when you're not around. I simply hate it. Wonderful, a wonderful life. Such a vibe when you're here by my side. Whoa, wonderful life. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Tell you this, tell you that. Did you remember to tell them that? Oh, that I always had your back. I'm a rider till the wheels go round and round and spin off into infinity. So this image of me might be what it clearly might need to be. You're my latest, my baby. There's never, no duplicating. No, I waited so patient when you're not around. I simply hate it. I ascertain sometimes I might be scatterbrained, and my heart is certainly not all terrain. That's so lame. So may I obtain some Novocaine. May I never complain when there's champagne. I check the mark like a trademark. A whole rider, theme park, a double park in front of Central Park. The black Joan of Arc, always sturdy, never no question marks. Wonderful, a wonderful life. Such a vibe when you're here by my side. Whoa, wonderful life. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. My late, my greatest. There's never, no duplicating. No, it is so patient when you're not
Grand Rising, everybody. I am on the show, Grand Rising. This is the Vette Green Show. We are live here every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can also catch me on 91.3 FM Radio FX. That is a Buffalo State College radio station. I am so excited. I'll be going back tomorrow. Definitely excited. We have some stuff to talk about today, everybody. As you are coming in the room, let me know where you are from 1 to 10 with your mental health. I am coming in at a strong 9. I don't know why my phone keeps ringing, and everybody knows that I am on my show this morning, but I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes this happens. I have no idea, but I am on the show every Monday through Friday from 9 until 10 a.m. I hope that as you are coming in this room, that you are in good spirits. If you are not in good spirits before you leave this room, I hope that I have helped bring your spirits up. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about a lot. You know, a lot is going on with the Diddy situation. He's been denied bail. They tried to get a $50 million bail, and he's been denied bail. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? We had this conversation yesterday where we were talking about it. Hey, Latasha Briggs. Hey, Shivani. I love that. Shivani. Is that how you pronounce your name? Let me know what your thoughts are. Should he have been denied bail? Do you think that he is a possible flight risk given his resources and the people that he may or may not be connected to? Some people would say yes, that he's a huge flight risk, which is why he was denied bail. Like I said yesterday, I am not going to be beating down anybody on this show. That's not what the Vet Green show is about. But I do want to open up a discussion for us to have an open dialogue and respect each other's opinions. This is something that it can be triggering to a lot of people. If you have ever been abused in any kind of way, I'll raise my hand because yes, I've had that happen to me. Unfortunately, and it's usually by the people that's closest to you. I know men and women who have also been abused. If you have ever been have DV, I also know people and have been hit myself. So I'm coming from a personal standpoint, as well as, you know, me being in media, because this is a discussion that I feel as a family that we should be having, because Diddy means a lot to a lot of people. If you were coming up in the 90s like I was, then you saw him blow up. You saw him become this mogul that he is right now. So it hits different. You know, I don't want to take away from the people that were victimized, because everybody, unless you were under a rock, you saw that video with him and Cassie. That atrocious. Should he pay for that? Absolutely. Absolutely. By no means should anybody feel as though they have the right to abuse anybody like that. Like, that was ridiculous. He if you saw the video, you know what happened in that video. And this is something that goes on a lot. And I've done shows prior to this where I talked about how hard it is to fight those type of cases, because the victim in a lot of cases end up feeling like they are in the wrong, which is a lot of times why people don't come forward. Me, myself, I didn't come forward when I got raped. I didn't come forward. You know, it was a date rape, and I felt as if a part of it was my fault. You know, here it is, 7-8 years later, I can talk about it, and I wish that I would have said something, but I felt like a part of it was my fault, that I should have known better. And some of you out there may have felt that way as well. If you've ever been a victim of being raped or being abused in any kind of way, a lot of times in our heads, we feel as if we're at fault, and that's so not the case. It has everything to do with their issues and not us. We are the victims, but I didn't see myself as that. I saw myself as, oh, you should have known better. I'm a grown woman. You should have known better. I should have protected myself. These are the things that were going through my head as I'm in the shower trying to scrub my skin clean from this man who had just raped me. You know, I'm over 30 years old and this happened to me. It was a date raping. And I felt as if it was my fault. And I don't ever want anybody to feel like that, which is why I'm opening up this discussion for us to talk and respect each other's opinions, respect that we may all have differences in opinions, because everybody's not going to feel the same way. Some people feel as though he's not guilty. There's people out there, even though they saw this video, still feel as though he's not guilty of as much as they're claiming that he is. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising, Big Mike. Hey, love. Thank you so much for joining this morning. We are talking about Diddy, and did he do it? There's some of the things that he's being accused of, y'all, is racketeering. Like, that's huge. Hey, Brooklyn Carmel. Hey, Rodney Moore. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Racketeering. Some of these charges, I just want to read them off because I couldn't sleep last night. So I was up like every hour for various reasons because this really does bother me. Because I'm thinking about, I got my mom hat on and I'm thinking about these kids that are going to be affected, have been affected. What is their life going to look like now? Not to say that I'm hey, Ali Black, Grand Rising, T Love, not to say that I'm not thinking about, the victims in this situation, because I am, absolutely I am. Like I said, I was that person before also. I've been hit, I've been raped, I've been, molested. Listen, I feel like I got so much doggone experience and things that I can definitely write a book about it. Definitely write a book about it. Grand Rising to you, Ali Black. What are your thoughts, Ali, as an artist yourself, about these allegations that are coming down with the Diddy situation? And I hope that this does not get struck down, because even saying his name is really it can be a flag, and your page get taken down. Rodney Moore said, me too. JD said, I think he definitely did it, all of it, and some things we don't know about yet. That's the scary part, the things that we don't know about it yet. Well, let me ask y'all this. So some of the things that he's been accused of, and keep in mind that Homeland Security picked him up. It wasn't just the FBI. It wasn't just the New York Police Department. It was Homeland Security. And one of the reasons why Homeland Security picked him up is because he's been charged with trafficking by force and transportation of these people that allegedly were being trafficked. So he was taking them from, and this is international, y'all. Like, these are some serious allegations that are coming up. My question for all of you is, do you think that he did this alone? JD said, I feel like it's going to be a domino effect. I think so too, JD. I'm ready for it to be a domino effect, because I feel like there's so many people hiding right now that helped him. Like, he couldn't have pulled all of this off by himself. Think about the pilots, right? Think about the people that were working for him. One of the news conferences, the DA Damon, and forgive me, I do not remember his name, but he said, if you know something, come forward now. Like, it's a race against time. If you know something, come forward now. So they're allowing the people that may have worked for Diddy or been in his inner circle to come forward with what they know and talk about it. Would you talk about it? Would you say something if you were an employee of Diddy? Would you say something? Would you give up the goods? Would you give up the evidence if it were to keep you out of jail? Or just from the stuff that's sitting on your conscience? Like, something like that would be sitting on my conscience, y'all. Like, I don't know if I would be able to continue to work for him had I seen all of that stuff going on. I guess one of the questions for myself is, okay, would you have just left and not said anything? JD said, no way, he had to have help. Absolutely, JD. I think so too. A lot of help. And let's talk about this hierarchy, right? Because there's people above him that they're saying allegedly that was in on this thing. Big Mike said, when you go back in history of the things he's done and got away with in the 90s, you know how he became the person he is now. True, Big Mike. And we've had conversations because he's in Brooklyn, so he was in security, so he saw a lot of things going on, or knew of people that saw things going on. So there's a lot that was transpiring all these years. So some of these allegations are going back to 2008. Hey, La Familiar, Grand Rising to you. Come on in. JD said, if anyone knows anything, come forward. Yeah, that's what they're saying. If anyone knows anything, come forward. JD says, so they know there is more people. Like, when you ask your kid, tell me the truth when you already know truth. They know that there's more people, and the way they're moving so quickly. So allegedly, he had known that he was going to be picked up. That's why he made himself available in New York 2 weeks prior to him actually being picked up, maybe 10 days, whatever. But he made himself available because he knew he was going to be picked up. one of the challenges that he's facing right now is that the judge is like, no, I'm not allowing you bail because you are a flight risk. You remember that he was in the air during one of those raids, and they allegedly they had to have the plane come down. So they allegedly they were trying to say that he was trying to do what Russell Simmons did and go off to places like Bali. I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is that these are some serious charges that have come up against him. So let's talk about this. So they're saying that hundreds, well, actually, they're saying thousands of bottles of baby oil was found. This is during that raid. And remember, y'all, that it's because of this raid that all of this has come about. This is why he was picked up, because of this raid and allegedly the videos that were found. So there's some compromising evidence. Okay. The Fed isn't just going to come get you and not have no evidence. That's not how they work. They have some allegedly concrete evidence pinning him and other people to these alleged abuses. So they're saying that he was trafficking by force, meaning, and they're trying to say that he was doing it for his own pleasure. These charges that they have brought up against him, a lot of people are like, they can't even believe these charges because it's all new. So these charges that they're saying, trafficking by force, fraud and coercion, transportation to engage in solicitation of X, forced labor, arson, bribery. These are some serious allegations, y'all. These are some serious allegations. So let me know what are your thoughts. Hey, Edeline, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all share this live. JD said, I think he definitely did it. Oh my goodness. You would think that my family knew by now that I am on this live, but nope. Everybody wants to call. Everybody wants to call, even though I am on live right now. Hey, Tanya, thank you so much for joining and congratulations on your home, love. I'm so proud of you. Let me know what your thoughts are, everybody. Do you think that he should have been denied bail, or do you think that he was a flight risk? Do you think that some of these charges are going to go away, or do you think that he's going to start singing the song and dancing and telling on the people that helped him? Because they're saying, allegedly, people like Clive Davis, they're even talking about some of these higher ups that were around when he was abusing Cassie, sitting around getting high. These are all allegedly, y'all. Allegedly. Let me just, hey, baby girl. No Face said absolutely a flight risk. Yeah, absolutely a flight risk. But what do you think that he really would have ran? Do y'all think that he would have really ran knowing all that he was leaving behind? I would have been worried about my kids having to get arrested or something like that. You know how they do. They will use your family to try and coerce you to talking. These are the things that they do. I don't know, y'all. Let's talk about this arson. Y'all know, allegedly he had Kid Cudi's car blown up, allegedly, because him and Cassie had started talking or dating. So they have arson and then bribery. This is some 2024 mob type dealings that they're saying that he was doing. They're making him out to be the modern day, Santiago family. Like for real, y'all. Racketeering. Let me just pull up what racketeering is, just so that everybody is aware, because these are some serious charges. So racketeering, simply put, and I just did a simple internet search. Hey, Ivana, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sending me that heart puff, baby girl. Appreciate you. So simply put, racketeering means engaging in an illegal scheme. It's used in the Racketeer Influence. This is the RICO Act, known as RICO, Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, also known as RICO, which a lot of us are probably more familiar with, to describe 35 offenses. Now, this includes kidnapping, murder, bribery, arson, extortion, and the list goes on and on, y'all. It goes on and on. Do you think that he did all of this? Hey, Lolita, do you think that he did all of this by himself? Absolutely not, like JD said. Absolutely not.
Say that.
I do not believe this. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I guess they didn't get the memo that I am on live this morning. Hey, my beautiful cousin, Grand Rising to you, Grand Rising. What is your take on the Diddy situation? Do you think that he is all the allegations against him? Do you think that he should eat it all by himself? Oh, thank you so much for the follow, John Burns. Appreciate you so much. I want him to start talking. I want him to start talking because I know that it would have been virtually impossible for him to have done all of these things. Let me go back to what racketeering is. It includes kidnapping, murder, bribery, arson, and extortion. Where are the people who helped him do these things? And should they get away with it by telling on him? Should they get away? Should they have full immunity by telling on him? Because they were right there while this was going on. They were right there while this was going on. What about the pilot that was allegedly flying these people back and forth? Because they're talking about underage trafficking, underage, international. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I just think that, like JD said, the dominoes are going to start falling. Who do you think is going to be a huge person that falls? They've been throwing some names out there, y'all. Who do y'all think is going to be somebody who falls hard? Listen, as I sip on my coffee, let's take a quick break. I'm going to play a quick video right now, and and y'all simmer on that. Let me know, who do y'all think is going to be a name that we have not heard yet that's going to probably be a part of this? There's so many names being thrown out there, including, I love Jay-Z and what he's done for the culture, but he's another name that's been thrown out there. What about Clive? What about all these people who were above Diddy? We're not talking about any of that, y'all. We're not talking about any of that. Doesn't it seem unusual for Diddy to be the big fish in that pond when we all know that he cannot possibly be the biggest fish? Do you think that this is a shakedown attempt for him to start talking? JD said, if involved crooked law enforcement. I think so too, or the government, mega rich people. Diddy will disappear before he can speak on it. That's how they do. Yeah. What was his name? Weinstein. What was his name, y'all? The person who allegedly took his own life in jail while he was awaiting trial on similar circumstances. What was his name? Not Harvey. Epstein. Remember Epstein? Do y'all think all of a sudden the cameras weren't working and all of a sudden he ends up unlifed? We can call it conspiracy theory. We can call it all of that, but something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. So I'm going to go and play Flashbacks Don't Last by Vocero Omar. This is one of my favorite songs as well. And if you are an artist, a musician, a producer, and you have some music that you would like played on the Vette Green Show, send it my way. Yep, Epstein, JD. Right. Remember what happened with Epstein? He never got to testify. He never went to trial fully. All of a sudden, he's unlifed at his own hands, and the cameras that were pointing towards his cell all of a sudden malfunction. I don't know, y'all. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is Flashbacks Don't Last by Vocero Omar. Dope artist coming out of the 716. I'll be right back.
Did you do what you said you would? Go where you said you go? Dream how you used to dream? Know what you used to know? Laugh just like you used to laugh? Can't keep living in the past. Flashbacks don't never last. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I got plenty memories and company. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I can keep on saying that high school wasn't that long ago. Last blunt wasn't that long ago. To whom they were older on the road. No, I'm too over feet this cold, it's my discomfort zone. Left my home to build a throne by emperors and pharaohs, fear to die alone. Ay, we gon' wish for more days on this planet. We gon' miss the days you took for granted. Before we know it, deja vu becomes a disadvantage. Gave way too much to come back empty-handed. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I got plenty memories and company. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. Reservoir Park, AM to PM, I used to get lost. Always daydreaming until it was dark. Firefly beaming, I never forgot. Must be a reason. I took my son to that park, the family teams. I'm wishing my dad could see us. Feel like he helping me push on both of these swings, cause there was the push that I needed. That's when I thought I started singing in Reservoir Park. Started believing in Reservoir Park. Seeing Big Bro perform on stage made me wanna leave my mark. Now that outline made a chalk, I found the meaning of Reservoir Park while I was dreaming of Reservoir Park. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I got plenty memories and company. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. Lucky me. Did you do what you said you would? Go where you said you go. Dream how you used to dream. Know what you used to know. Laugh just like you used to laugh. Can't keep living in the past. Flashbacks don't never last. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably.
Big shout out to Vosir Omar. He is one of the artists that I love listening to out of the 716. The name of that song was Flashbacks Don't Last. And we are back and we are talking. We're still talking Diddy. I am live over on TikTok as well as Facebook Live, as well as YouTube. And I really want to know what your thoughts are on this, especially as it relates to the Epstein case. Is anyone familiar with that? Big Mike said, what about R. Kelly sitting in prison singing All the Trees? He had help too, bro. He had help too. R. Kelly could not have done what he had did without help. Just like Diddy couldn't have done what he had did allegedly for so many years without having help. It bothers me, that Epstein list, JD, because of just that. Like nothing was done. It's like once he was gone, no one cares anymore. Or now you can't bring those people to justice. That bothers me because it affects a lot of women and children. We're talking about underage kids who allegedly are being trafficked. Allegedly. Is it not concerning to you? It's concerning to me. And then we're talking about on an international scale, meaning that they were actually flying people in. They were flying people in, allegedly. There was a video that I had saw where there was a young man who lived in Diddy's neighborhood, and he was on his way home, and the cameras were out there. This is when I think they had that when the case with Cassie first came up, and the young man was hanging out his window and was screaming. Yeah, what about all those buses that used to pull up in the middle of the night and all those kids came out? All those women and children came out. What about that? No one's talking about that. And then the mom hurriedly hushed him up. Do we believe that that may have been really happening? Allegedly, it's possible. Do you know how easy it would be for someone who had the resources like Diddy or R. Kelly or even people above them to have people flown in from around the world whose home life, a lot of times these women in these countries, they're told that they're going to be a model. And if you sign this paperwork or if you come with us for a couple of weeks, we'll change your entire life. And they think that they're coming to America and their entire life is going to change. You've seen Law and Order SVU. What happens a lot of times in these cases is that, yeah, their entire life is changed and they end up being trafficked. Babe said, people need to understand that a lifestyle is a club that goes above who you can imagine. I believe it. I believe it. This is a way of life for a lot of people. Keep in mind that money breeds access. And access means that a lot of times people are willing and able to sweep things under the rug for you. Let's talk about the R. Kelly situation. He targeted young ladies who came from backgrounds where, in the city of Chicago, who came from backgrounds where it was a struggle, right? So imagine if you are barely making ends meet, struggling to, you as my mom would say, robbing Peter to pay for Paul, don't know where your next meal is going to be. And then here comes this superstar and saying, well, I'll change your whole life. 14 years old, I'll change your whole life. You don't have to continue living like that. And next thing you know, you're his ex-slave. And next thing you know, you don't even know how to get out of it. Because if you go back to what your life was, that may mean that you may not even know where your next meal is coming from. Will you become that weak link in the chain you're just removed? That's what Big Mike had said. There's a lot of manipulation that was done in these cases, y'all. Keep in mind that a lot of times people are preyed on. And these predators know just who to prey on. They know that if they have someone with a stable family life, that it would be a lot harder for them to get away with the things that they get away with. No Face said, wow, why do you think they stepped down? Exactly. Yeah. And let's talk about what's going on with the mayor in New York. Do you think that he may have had some knowledge? Because before he was mayor, he was actually a police chief. Correct me if I'm wrong, Big Mike. Wasn't Mayor Adams a police chief? Do you think that he may have known some of the dealings that was going on? Because you have to have. So for that incident to happen that we saw play out on video, yeah, Big Mike said, baby said, of course he did. For that to play out, the cops had to have been called. It was swept under the rug. So this is a lot bigger. This is a lot bigger than I think that we can even imagine. This is on a huge scale. They're hitting them with racketeering for a reason. They want them to start talking because I'm sure they know that there's a much bigger fish at the top. They have to know. And in order to lure out that bigger fish, they have to start getting at the little fish. I feel that Diddy is really a little fish in this pond. That's my thoughts. Thank you so much for the follow. Aaliyah said, hey, I hope you're having a good day. If not, always keep your head up and up, God, and keep going. Thank you so much, Aaliyah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, baby girl. Thank you so much. She said she sent me the list. Okay. All right. So these are the people. So Eric Pryor, president of Fine Arts. Jonathan Holloway, Rutgers president. Thank you, baby girl. Robert B. Davis, general manager of Martha's Vineyard. Chris Cameron, lacrosse coach. Kathy Newsham, Bay City Mayor, LaMonica McIver, Newark City Councilman, and Allison Green, Tish Dean. What are your thoughts? A number of them are college deans and music execs. That is crazy. And the list keeps going. Joseph Kirshner, who was a doctor, Mike Foster, president of Nexen Travel, Susie Williams, executive director, Romaine Masri, CEO, Henry Leventis, chief prosecutor, Matthew Teitelbaum, MFA director, Darren Lehman, assistant coach, Arvin and Giuseppe. Listen, you guys, this list goes on, meaning that he was not alone. None of these people were alone in doing this. None of these people were alone. Baby Girl said a number of them were college deans and music execs. What about the hotels that he was allegedly having these freak offs in? And they all stepped down yesterday. Wow. Why would they be stepping down if they were not involved in some way? All of these people that I just read down stepped down for a reason, y'all. All of these people are stepping down for a reason, and they're probably stepping down and talking. Hey, Audacity Books and Merch, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that so much. What are y'all thoughts on this? Do you think that these people are stepping down and talking, or are they stepping down just because they don't want to be involved? And what about the people that are allegedly on these films? There were thousands of hours of tapes confiscated when they did that raid. Thousands of hours of tapes. Imagine having resources in the millions. Do you know how many bodies could be hidden? I don't even want to get into Biggie, because I always felt that it was something fishy about that. Allegedly, he was trying to get away when he ended up pow-powed or unlifed. JD said, sounds like they were threatened to ruin their lives if they didn't stay quiet. I feel like that. There's so much that's going to be uncovered in these coming weeks, y'all. There's so much that's going to be uncovered. There's going to be people start talking. They remember that this indictment was actually locked. You couldn't even get the information, and it's a 14-page indictment. But what I'm hearing is that in all those 14 pages, there's a lot to be said. I want to know about Kim Porter myself, Audacity. I would listen. All of this stuff is going to be uncovered. Do y'all think that she was really writing a book? Or do you think that that was a myth? Babe said, once again, follow the pattern. First concert was the 4 college students. He always did college venues. Let's talk about that. Now, back in was it the early 90s? There was an incident that happened at that he was doing promotions. He was doing party promotions, and someone was unlived. They were paid off. Y'all don't even know about this incident that happened. That's how much has been hidden from us, because money can definitely hide some stuff. Hey, church guitarist, thank you so much for joining. Kamora knows too, and Kamora was talking. Y'all seen some of those what do you say? How do you say not so open, but open messages that she was having on her Instagram for a reason? You think she's afraid to talk, Audacity? I think so too, especially with what allegedly happened, what they're saying happened with Kim Porter. I would be afraid to talk. I would definitely be afraid to talk, because you just don't know. And you don't know who's talking to who and who's involved and who's going to say something. You just really don't know in this incident. It's scary. Doesn't it feel like a Law and Order SVU episode playing out in real time? Oh, you're in Chicago. Oh, Audacity, you're in Chicago. Okay, I love the city of Chicago. Chicago was good to me. Chicago was good to me, y'all. 90 Pepper. He said 90 Pepper girlfriend was unlived and she was pregnant. Wow. Wow. I don't know, y'all. What's going to be another name that y'all think is going to be involved in this mess? Who's someone else that may be involved in this mess? And don't y'all get to talking about the Queen Oprah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't know, y'all. As I sip on my coffee, I was up last night. I just every hour I felt like I was up. Jay-Z, I know, baby girl. That's what they're trying to say. That's what they're saying, Jay-Z. Russell Simmons, yeah. Well, Russell Simmons got his own issues. That's why he's not here in America now. He has his own. And think about how he was dating Kimora allegedly when she was very, very young. We got to keep in mind that prior to social media and the internet, where all of this information is available to us, a lot of this stuff was hidden. And unless you was in that inner circle, you just didn't know about it. No Face said for sure, Russell, he won't even come back here for a reason, right? And then his daughter, oh God, my heart just goes out to these kids. You know, she goes and start dating this man that's old enough to be her great grandfather. Just hurt. I don't know. Jay-Z, I hope not. But you know, it's pointing that way. It really is. I just hope that, you know, these kids can get away unscathed. That's what I hope. You know, I really hope that their life, that they can just go off to college, like his oldest daughter. I believe her name is Chance. I think I called her Chase yesterday, but I believe her name is Chance. She went off to college. I hope these kids can just go off to college. Hey, sis, grand rising to you, and just live a quiet life away from all that's going on with their dad. It's just like their mom is gone. Now their dad is in jail. You know, I thought I heard somewhere that Kimora actually is taking care of the twins, that they have been living with her for a while. So hopefully that these kids have some normalcy put back into their life, because it's a lot. Babe said Russell Simmons straight guilty as sin. Well, I know Kimora was allegedly 14 when they started dating. He like them young, allegedly. He like them young. And they go over to these countries and pick up these young women who's trying to escape the life that may not be so good. Have y'all ever seen 90 Day Fiance? There was this one episode where the guy, he was a scumbag. I believe he had went over to Vietnam and was telling this young lady that he was going to marry her, and her life, oh my God, she was sleeping on a mattress that was on the floor that was soaking wet because there were holes in the ceiling where she was living. So you got to think about the situation that a lot of these people are coming from. So they look at a possible chance to get out of that as a way out. And then, unfortunately, it's used against them, and they're manipulated into you remember that episode? Yeah. They're manipulated into becoming ex-slaves for these rich people who are just using them. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, I can't wait to have City on the show, because I know he was around during that time. You know, City is someone that, fingers crossed, I'm going to have on the show, because he was in the industry around during that time with Ghostface Killer and all of those guys, and was signed that one time. So definitely going to be a lot coming on the Vette Green show. JD said it makes me sick to my stomach to think about big age gap in relationships, because how are you attracted to a child? That part, like, what could you possibly see? It's because it's a form of manipulation, JD. They really, if you are attracted to a child, that means you can't handle a grown woman or a grown man, for that, because trust and believe, there's some women that are out here doing some dirt as well. It's not just men. There's some women out here doing some dirt as well. No Face said exactly like these hebephiles. They're sick. They're really, really sick. And it happens more and more overseas than we even realize. This is a lot of times when you go to these countries, again, just watch 90 Day Fiance, you see how a lot of these people are living. Like it's their conditions is something that you wouldn't want an animal to live in, but this is unfortunately the way that they're living. So when you have people come into their lives and promising them a way out, they're going to grab it. They're going to grab it. And unfortunately, again, a lot of times they end up being trafficked because of it. S trafficking is huge, y'all, even more so than we realize. I think here in America, we're kind of shielded and we don't think that it's happening, but it is. It's happening. Hey, Flo King Brave, if you go back to the interview that I did, I believe I was over on the Evening Rush Network where I interviewed some people who were involved in bringing people home who had been S trafficked. And it's huge in North Carolina. Like this is something that is going on every single day. Look at the statistics of S trafficking. JD said, oops, guess we have to talk in code over here. Oh, see, I knew it. Oh God. Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. There's certain words that we can't say when we are live because it goes against the community experience, even though I think a lot of it does not make sense because it's something that needs to be talked about. Like S trafficking needs to be talked about. Keeping it hidden is keeping these kids not being able to get home. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But we're going to be ending this in a few minutes. Let me know also, like I had said earlier when we started, where you are from 1 to 10. I hope that you are leaving in better spirits. I hope that you are enjoying the Vette Green Show. I'll be on 91.3 Radio FX, 91.3 FM tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. as well as here on TikTok and on Green Links Media. I'll be back on the radio station tomorrow, everybody. If you know of an artist, producer, or anyone who, thank you so much, JD. I really appreciate you joining. I love seeing the names come back every day. If you know of anybody, an independent artist, musician who is into music, send them my way. Maybe we can get their song played on the radio station, or we can also have them played on the Vette Green Show. Big Mike said he's at a 10 plus. I know that's right, Hunty. I know that's right. So what am I going to leave you guys with today? I want to encourage everybody, but before we close this out, I want to play Rachel J Out Bad. Rachel J is an artist out of the Chicago area. You got a green Corvette. Nope, I got a pink one. Thank you. I lost my phone. Hey, T-Stacks, thank you so much for joining. Rachel J is an artist, an independent artist out of the Chicago area. She's a Christian gospel singer who I think is just so phenomenal. She's one of my faves. So I'm going to go ahead and play that while I close this out. You can see the video on Green Links Media if you are subscribed and you are watching on YouTube. If not, you can listen to the song right here on TikTok, y'all.
Yeah. You already know how I'm coming. New rapper on the scene. Keep it clean like Maybelline. Yeah. You choose to waste your life, you going out bad. Consciously, you pick the devil's side, you going out sad. Protected by the multi, don't you see? I got his blood on me. Demons know I'm about it, feeling like a masterpiece. Cross me on a bad day, what he answer might shake some. Pray to God, he keep me, I stay low, won't hurt none. Chicago, I rep hard, that's Southside. South face, you gotta hold on, so I won't die, that's suicide. Be damn, see my soul fry. I'll never pick and choose, demons wanna see me lose. Back up by the word of God, by the building, got the tool. Numero uno, that's my rank. Try to copy, but you can't. Living life, I can't complain. High on God, keep me sane. I'm from the shot, I stay on go. Each one of them hitters deliver smoke. Don't say too much, don't make a scene. I beat that face like Maybelline, but I say though, I'll go off the meter like I'm Fredo. Thinking that I'm soft until I show up at your front door. They scared. Why you true and that's true. Y'all ain't never heard Chris rap like this. Yeah. This ain't what you want. Hit me like I'm Trump. Bringing pressure with no pump. Leave your body slumps. Yeah, tally at the school. You ain't making goals. Call me Missy, but I'm bad. Losing all control. Yeah, you supposed to be a Christian. Why you rapping like that? Going crazy psychiatric. Why you snapping like that? Jesus paid the whole price. It just happened like that. Rappers don't even write. Why they capping like that? Yeah. Stop playing with me like I don't know how to rap. Yeah. I already told you when it gets done, it gets done. Yeah. Stop playing. Ain't nobody coming like this. Ain't nobody delivering raps like this. New Christian rap like this. Yeah. Rachel J.
All right, everybody. So I'm going to be closing this out. I was talking about some of the shows that I'm going to be doing on the Vette Green Show. And one of the shows that I'm going to be touching on is autism. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like more and more kids and adults are being diagnosed with autism. And the rate just seems to be astronomical to me. And my question is why? Is it really in the food that we're eating? Is it in the water? What is going on that so many kids are being born autistic and so many more people are being diagnosed with autism? Is it something because the spectrum is much wider now and we have more information on it that the diagnoses are coming out more and more? One of the things that I had heard is that if you think about someone that you may have gone to school with and they seemed a little off, chances are that may have been autism that they were dealing with. And because they didn't have the information back then that they do now, they were never diagnosed correctly. What is the young lady's name? Oh my God, Small Doses is the name of her podcast. Why can't I think of her? The comedian who says that she has a form of autism. Anyways, the spectrum is large, y'all, and we're going to talk about it. And if you would like to be involved in that show, raise your hand, send me a message, and we can have a discussion. I have family members who have been diagnosed with autism, and the spectrum is wide. You know, the spectrum is wide, and I don't want you to think that autism is something that's bad. I just want to provide awareness to it. Especially now with my kids older and possibly having kids, I want to get as much information as possible. And having family members who are also autistic, I want to have as much information as possible to arm myself with, and also to provide knowledge for you guys, everybody. So have a wonderful day on purpose. This is the Vette Green Show. I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll be on 91.3 FM. Make sure you download the Radio FX app so that you can listen live as well. And go on over to Green Links Media and subscribe to our channel so that you can watch this show live. I love y'all long life. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day on purpose. You know why? Because you can. Because you can. You can. You really can. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day on purpose.